Confirmed Mueller seeking subpoena, contempt citation against foreign corporation. Filed with the Supreme Court and unsealed on Wednesday revealed definitively, and for the first time, that special counsel is the party seeking a grand jury and subsequent against an unnamed, government-controlled foreign corporation that has at every turn. Fox News has on strong indications that the Mueller's office was behind the case, although neither his office nor lawyers for the unnamed overseas company would provide confirmation. The proceedings are believed to be linked to attempts by Mueller's team to secure information to present to an empaneled grand jury in the special counsel's Russia investigation. Mueller is looking into not only whether members of President Trump's inner circle improperly colluded with Russia, but also a range of other matters pertaining to foreign activities by high-ranking Americans. Court proceedings have been closed to the public, and court documents have redacted the name of the corporation. During oral argument earlier this year, special counsel Robert Mueller served a grand jury subpoena on his foreign status. The Foreign Sovereign Immunities Act defines the term. In January, the Supreme Court issued an unsigned order refusing to dismiss a contempt citation from a federal judge against the corporation for failure to comply with Mueller's subpoena. The unnamed company listed cryptically in court records as owned by country. The corporation argued that complying with the subpoena would violate the laws of its country and thus constitute an undue hardship. But in December, the judge overruled the text. The appellate panel also rejected the corporation's argument that the Foreign Sovereign Immunities Act rendered it immune from prosecutors' request. An interpretation of federal law that would. The panel found the text. Shortly after the Supreme Court issued its order upholding the contempt citation, the D.C. Circuit Court of the opinion also noted that prosecutors have been trying to obtain the information since at least this past summer, and the three-judge panel determined it could get involved in the dispute because they're
raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.